Hello, in this video I wanted to talk about how to add station markers to an outside plant drawing, as well as some tips on how to add road names and right-of-way information. To get started, I just drew in a road here. It's not really too correct, but I just wanted to get something in real quick to give some idea of what you might want to do. It has your pages set up here, so about 800 by 500-ish feet in size. We have a center line, we have the road, we have your construction line, and here's your right-of-way line. So your construction is between the edge of pavement and the right-of-way. So this is with a telecom in mind, but it could be really for anything. So most drawings are going to require that you have station markings every 100 feet, and that can be easily accomplished by, I guess I should start first off that this is Civil 3D, and to do the exercise which I'm talking about in this video, you will need to have AutoCAD Civil 3D. This will not work in the regular AutoCAD version. And one thing, you're going to want to make sure that you're in the Civil 3D space here, because I don't know if it's quite so easy to get to these tabs unless you're in the Civil 3D. So once you're in Civil 3D, come on over to alignment, and then what we're going to do is create an alignment from objects, because we've already have an object in here, which is the center line that I've already have in my drawing. So now if you go ahead and hover over it, you can see that it highlights it. You can go ahead and click on it and then hit enter. And what it's saying here is it wants to give a notion for where your station marking is going to start. So if you look along the drawing, at some point, there it is, right there, there's an arrow. So that's basically going, so starting from 0 and working its way up in this direction. And that's what we want to do. Pretty much always you tend to start where you want to start at 0, 0 anyway, so usually you can just accept the default. So this is your 0, 0 station marker. So you just hit enter again to accept, and now it's going to come up with a to create alignment, and you can put in anything. I would give it some kind of distinct name. So we'll call this road. Oops, capture road example. This accept the default on down. This one, when it loads in, it may have some other, it might have these. I would just pick, if we're just trying to keep things simple here, just do major and minor only. And you can, this it wants to erase the original object that you did for your center line. That's fine, but just realize that you're going to lose it. So if you really wanted to have it in there, then uncheck this, but it's going to be one more object that's in your drawing that you're going to have to keep track of. So probably best to get rid of it if you can, and then just OK. And there we go. So what it has done is automatically put the station markers at these locations for us. Now, since I'm working from a template, that's actually one of the nice things about this is, so if you save this when you're done as a template and build another drawing from it, you won't have to do this again. But if you're just opening this right up from a base AutoCAD template, I'm guessing that these will not be offset like this, so you're going to want to do a little quick adjustment here by highlighting it, right click, edit alignment labels. This will come up, and you want to do your major station, come over here to where this little pencil is. And then you'll get, so you can do quite a bit in this window right here, specifically for what we were just referring to, the offset. Go ahead and offset whatever amount that you want to offset. Just do it right here. There's other things that you can play around with as well. I'll leave that up to you if you want to do some more adjustments. And then just OK, and it should offset it for you. Keep in mind that these are annotated, so you'll want to run your scale at about 1:40. So if you have like a 1:1, it's going to be super tiny. So best to I use 1:40. 1 inch equals 40 feet, and that seems to work out pretty well. Well, the next thing you're going to want to do is add road names. And it would be nice to have the road names do just like the station markers, and so as you kind of go around these bends like this, see how this kind of follows the path. So that would be nice to put some road names maybe over on this side. So when I do my drawings, I like to have each page have the road name at one time, so you know where you're at. Just like the right-of-way information, so right-of-way and road on each page. So for something like this, 10 or so pages, that's not a big. But if you get out into like 60, 70 pages, you're going to be looking for every little trick in the book you can to save time by putting labels on your drawings. And so this is a trick right here that you can use to add road labels relatively quick to each page. So what you want to do is come up to annotate, add labels, and then alignment, add alignment labels, and then this box comes up. So here's where you have to do the right ones. So in here, do single segment, and then there'll be, mine's already set at distance only. Yours will probably be one of these other ones, but make sure to get this little trick to work, you want distance only, spiral. And so this is for the straightaway line label, and for any time where there's a bend or something like that, then it's going to be that's what this one's for. So you have to do this twice. The spiral labeling, I don't know, I've never even seen an example, and certainly a telecom drawing is not going to have it unless you're doing like a parking ramp or something like that. So I don't even worry about this one. So you have to set each one of these up, and so you have to go to the pencil, and then we'll bring up this drawing, and then at this point, this is where you want to put your road name right in here. So that's what this is right here. This is AutoCAD's already has its so it's already trying to put something in here based on your drawing. So we're going to override that and do this. Come in here and then put our road name. So we'll call it example road, and then just do so you can change the format a little bit, which probably is not a bad idea, because Simplex is not exactly the greatest font. Maybe find something a little bit better, like Arial Black, and then so that's about all you have to do in this area, and then OK. And coming back to this, you probably want to make your text height a little bit bigger. If you noticed, it was 0.15. Let's try 0.3, and so you can see it gets a little bit bigger here. And play around with your offset. And this is something that's going to be very specific to your drawing. We'll just throw in a 2 for now and just see where that gets us. I don't even know if it's going to go the right way at this point. So it's kind of a trial and error. But other than that, just go ahead and do OK. And then from here you just do add, and now you can come down to your first, and you can just add, so like this right here, I believe it is. So okay, so it's going this way, which is actually a way that I didn't want to do it. So that tells us right now the offsetting looks good, but we should probably do it from the center line. So that offset actually looks really good. We just need to make it negative. So if you do, we can erase these later, but what we need to do is go back into here and adjust this to be negative. So we'll just say negative. Something I did there I didn't like. Negative 2. Yeah, okay. So that'll send it the other way, so that's what we want. Okay. And we're adding. So let's see. Okay, so it moved the ones already based on our choice. So this looks good. This other one was based on, I didn't go off of the, but I think we should use let's just use the alignment, the center line. So if I like to come into the center of the drawing on this one and just go like that. So you can just walk your way down, and as you can see, you have the example. The problem will be if you get to here, is it's gonna do something funky because it's looking for the curve one. So what we need to do is just do what we just did, but on for a curve. So if you come up here, and we'll just double click in this, and same as we did, we'll call it example road, and I believe we went to format, and then we went ahead and changed this to Arial. Seems like a pretty good Arial black. That worked well. Okay, we made the font 0.3, and then the offset we had to make it -2. There we go. Apply, works, and now there we go. So it actually took that funky dimension text, and it just redid it, and it put us as an example road. So same idea on here, and so you'll just be able to have your street name on each quick wheelie. Put your street name on it, and it will be perfect. The other thing is that's a pain is if you do this with text, is you got to try to get it to be perfectly parallel to the to your running lines here. So that it handles all that for you. So there you go. That adds the road name, and you have your station markers on there. And next thing is I like to put a note on that gives the right of way. So on this particular drawing, it's at 32 feet off of the center line, and is the right of way dimension. So let's go ahead and add the row, but first I just want to show you can just, these easily come off of here. So you just highlight it and just that one, there we go. Well, and so let's talk about adding some information about the row. So to get started, it's the same as we did before. Annotate, labels, alignment, add alignment labels. This time let's do line and curve, and then the same idea applies here. Come into this one, the slope only, and our text, we'll edit that, and we'll make this say ROW 32. This one you could probably leave the simplex. That's fine on this one. So it's got the row. You have this little arrow up here, which is a little annoying. And so what you have to do is come up here and do pick the arrow. So now you're only gonna editing attributes to the arrow, and instead of true do false, it turns it off and gets rid of that. We were on this one, this row. Text height, you can play around with it a little. Let's have to get it in and see what it looks like. It seems like we were moving in the negative direction. Let's do -1. Oop, roll my mouse cursor. Let's do -1. And see how that ends up looking for us for the straightaway stuff. And then we'll do add. And how's this like? We do that. So pretty good. I didn't exactly pick but the offset is too much, and it put it right on the where we didn't want it. So it's a bit of a trial and error, and it's gonna vary per drawing. Instead of -1, I'm saying maybe -0.25. We really want to keep it fairly close to that the right of way line. So that's okay. And apply. I'm going to go ahead and close it. Let's see how it looks now. So that, yeah, looks pretty good. So you can add your row per sheet, depending on the authority having jurisdiction, if they're fine with it, and as opposed to actually having to come in here and do a actual real measurement, of 32 feet for each one of these. That's time consuming, so you could start with this and just hope that they're fine with you showing the row. It certainly is a lot faster to do it this way, but we still need to handle our what to do with the curves, because at this point, if we try to do it on the curves, I'm sure it's not going to work. What's it going to do? Yeah, it gives us all this information, which that's what we don't want. If we do distance only, it's going to do something similar. So it did. That's interesting. So, but it did the road, which we don't want. We want this. So let's edit this one, and then come in here and do this, and change this to row 32 feet. Okay, and then what we'll do is the offset is, let's say, -0.25. Let's see how that works. That looks pretty good. See, we have the distance is still on there. So what we need to do is similar to before. We need to take that off of there. Let's see if we can do this. Is false. Yep, that took it off there. And so apply, and then we're good. Okay. All right. So now what happens if we do add? Hopefully, yep. It looks like row 32. So there we go. Hit that one. Yeah. So we're adding the row. So I hope that is good for you and saves you some time when you're building out your sheet sets. Thanks for watching.